We rarely get to watch someone being deported as it's happening. Tonight, a year-long odyssey for one teenager who grew up feeling like a second-class citizen and whose deportation raises questions of who deserves to be an American and who does not.
In small-town Georgia, Brandon Salinas had an all-American childhood.
I liked being a Boy Scout, listening to gospel music, played ultimate frisbee with my friends.
What kind of little boy was he?
A él le gustaba jugar bicicleta. Y él jugaba, pues ya después, con video games, pero le gustaba ver SpongeBob, Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon.
That channel is his favorite.
Yvonne raised her 4 kids as a single mom, his siblings all U.S. citizens. But Brandon was her only child born in Mexico.
I was about 4 years old when I was brought over here to America.
Yo dejé a mi ex esposo porque él me maltrataba, pero mi hijo estaba muy chiquito, él no recuerda eso. Él pensaba que estábamos como caminando solamente y agarrando un viaje, pero él no sabía que veníamos a Estados Unidos.
I remember I was too short to walk over the Rio Grande. They put me on their shoulders because the water was too high. Yeah.
Yvonne worked hard in construction. Her kids could walk to the local school, but all it took was a teenage mistake to upend the life she had built. Last year, at 17, Brandon was caught with marijuana, along with some friends. They were never charged, but unlike them, Brandon is undocumented. So not only was he arrested, he got sent to an ICE detention center to face deportation.
I always regret it each and every day.
For years, we've charted the human toll of our nation's crackdown on immigration. Families stranded at the border, children separated from parents. And now a mother reeling from her son's deportation, forced away from the only home he'd ever known.
I felt like, if I could have another opportunity to just do things right, I will.
Dalton, Georgia, dubbed the carpet capital of the world. Population roughly 30,000, nearly half Latino. Like so many, Yvonne was lured here by the promise of a good factory job, off the books. Brandon would also toil in one of those carpet mills. At 16, he was obsessed with buying a car, and he worked 2 jobs to earn it.
I think I made like $8.
How much did you save up to buy the car?
Like $10,000.
$10,000?
But a shadow hangs low over this town. A decades-old policy that allows local law enforcement to work with immigration officers.
This trend of mass deportation has deep roots.
We will expand and revitalize the popular 287G partnerships.
Places like Dalton, Georgia have these robust agreements between local law enforcement and ICE agents where a vehicle stop can get turned into you're in ICE custody awaiting removal proceedings.
In 2019 alone, more than 160,000 people have been detained across the U.S. under 287G. The majority picked up on minor offenses. Since 2014, nearly 50,000 deported.
Right now, we're in a Stewart detention facility. I've been here a couple days. I don't know, I've been incarcerated for, 10 months now. Well, my friends, most of them, they already knew that I was born in Mexico. Well, me growing up, I always, realized that I was different from everybody else.
It smells good. Thank you. I know I went through this when my boys were such sweet boys and then suddenly they turn into teenagers. What was that like for you, watching him go from boy to manhood?
It was very hard. It was very hard because he don't want to listen to me. Pues de lo que le peleábamos siempre es que yo no quería que saliera con sus amigos. Eran las peleas más frecuentes y para que no manejara.
And did you know he was smoking marijuana?
Yeah, in the high school. Yo le dije a Brandon de muchas maneras. Lo regañé, lo castigué. Casi llorando le dije, no hagas drogas, no hagas drogas, no hagas drogas, pero él en ese tiempo estaba siempre con sus amigos y los amigos también fumaban.
I was getting out of work probably around 8 o'clock. I went out with some friends and had some marijuana on me. I remember that we were in my car and my friend was driving. There was a sheriff, he turned on his lights, and that's when my friend, he sped off. I guess he got nervous. He sped off in my car.
Even though his friend was driving, all 4 of them were arrested and later released. But just days after Brandon's 18th birthday, the police came back.
Eran como las 12:30, yo creo, de la noche. Tocaron la puerta y yo salí. Cuando yo volteé, él estaba detrás de mí. Y le dije, mi amor, vino el policía. Y me dijo, mami, con el miedo me dijo, ¿salgo o no salgo? Y ya entonces ellos se lo llevaron a la cárcel.
Brandon was arrested and charged with marijuana possession and lying to police about his age and the spelling of his name. He spent 5 months in county jail, and then he was handed over to ICE.
So this is his bed. Oh, that's him?
Estaba más chiquito.
What grade?
Como el 6.
Oh, this is the cap and gown.
For his graduation.
What do you think of when you see this gown?
No, I'm very sad. He was waiting for that day.
He missed it.
Yeah.
When he was in jail, and later when he was in detention, and he would call you, I know that he was always act very tough, like he's a man. Mm-hmm. But I'm sure he was a scared little boy, too.
Yeah. Yo no sé si en la cárcel ha llorado y yo no me he dado cuenta, porque él cuando habla conmigo, él se porta muy, muy fuerte. Yo también cuando hablo con él trato de portarme fuerte, pero difícil. No, difícil porque no puedo verlo y sé que está sufriendo y no puedo sacarlo.
I can't imagine.
Pero yo por teléfono trataba de que él no me escuchara triste porque yo quería que él estuviera fuerte. Pero lo siento, lo siento.
The pain of families torn apart is a trauma that permeates this little town. His childhood friend Andres knows this well. Their lives separated only by a piece of paper.
Do you think people here who are undocumented are afraid?
Yeah, they're all scared of the cops. Like, they don't want to drive the car. They don't want to do nothing like that.
One wrong move.
Yeah, one wrong move, and who knows, dude, you might be going to a whole new country. Okay. This is my mom. My mom also got deported while she was driving, and...
You mean she got picked up because she was driving?
Yeah,
without a license?
Yes.
What was that like for you and your family?
Oh, that was hard, especially on me, because I'm such a mama's boy. I'm such a mama's boy. I can't even talk about it without crying, you know? Like, it really is hard on me. Like, it's me, for sure. Like, I don't know, it's just hard on me. It really is.
When we reached out to the sheriff's office that first arrested Brandon, they directed us to ICE in Atlanta.
Everyone here in the United States who's not a U.S. citizen or a lawful permanent resident is subject to removal.
But ICE also has discretion to not deport.
And we use that on a regular basis, but those kind of cases you're not hearing about.
How does it keep Americans safe by deporting a nonviolent teenager to a country he's never lived in, really?
Because we still have to follow the rule of law. That's why.
But does that make Americans safer?
Yes, because at the end of the day, if you don't follow the rule of law, you're going to have chaos.
But what if a person has no gang history, there's no violent crime, and they came as a toddler? I mean, aren't you punishing someone for the sins of the father?
We look at those on a case-by-case basis.
But Brandon's case was a long shot. He was facing one of the strictest judges in the South. After nearly a year behind bars, Brandon says he'd lost hope.
The exact same day he was deported, I had a meeting scheduled with him.
Fernando Chavez was Brandon's attorney, but it was too late. He'd waived his right to appeal and signed his own deportation order.
He said it himself, it's like, I don't even know what am I supposed to appeal? It's like asylum. I've been here my whole life. How does asylum work for me? The system had just wronged him.
When I got deported, they dropped me off close to Texas at the border, and they told me to walk to Mexico.
He walked to a shelter with $23 in his pocket and the few meager belongings from detention. It would take days for his mom to frantically scrape together enough money for a plane ticket.
My home is my house with my family. I had Christmases, 4th of Julys, I had so many experiences.
In the dead of night, Brandon finally makes it to the city of Torreon, where he's about to see his grandfather for the first time since he was a baby.
Hola. Ya es mucho tiempo ya, ¿verdad? Más le digo, yo soy mi compañero. Okay.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.